Hi there. This is a special video as it's diving right into MatPat's retirement, the creator of GameTheories, and why this is important for not only his channels and his ability to make content on YouTube and other locations as well, but for the importance of gaming as a whole. My next video was going to be about GameTheory, the channel, and its importance, but with MatPat retiring, I figured I'd dive into this sooner than later. So this episode is for you, MatPat. Thank you. This is why game theory matters. For those that might not be aware, Game Theory is a YouTube channel. Game Theory provides a powerful tool for analyzing strategic interactions for decision making. This can be incorporating for mathematics, logic, or even video games. It's commonly used in coding for breaking down complex systems and behaviors. It's used in psychology. Today we're going to be talking about Game Theory, the YouTube channel, operated and essentially owned, or was owned, by MatPat, or Matthew Patrick. He's a popular YouTuber known for the Game Theorist channel, where he discussed various aspects of video games, including video game theory. His first YouTube video was uploaded June 17th, 2011, where he talked about Andrew Ryan's BioShock and how an underwater city would function with its economic and political aspects of a world that people can do whatever they want, whenever they want, with no real consequences. And as we learned, that creates utter chaos. Not to dive too much into the history of his work, which is good to watch. I'd recommend you watching almost all his content. But the aspects of why game theory as a whole deeply matters and its importance for gaming today. So what Matthew Patrick did was he took a passion for his ability to overanalyze and overthink about games and push it to its limits. He focused on asking questions about things you might not really find important, but to learn about ideas of a video game and to see how far you can push it. This was done phenomenally with the Five Nights at Freddy's series, also known as FNAF, where he has deconstructed the insanity of that game's story and lore more than probably any person on this planet. And that Scott Coffin, the creator of that game, has definitely gone out of his way to make that game as confusing and as interpretive as possible. And if somebody intentionally try to break a freelance style of storytelling into making it make sense, that takes a lot of dedication. So hats off to you, sir. I'm very impressed. But outside of his channel, just talking about video games and kind of diving into the fun aspects of why thinking about games and asking questions, his YouTube channel, his ability to deeply analyze content and ask hard questions created something a little bit deeper. I'm going to coin something right now, and I'm going to call it the game theorist effect. And I propose that if MatPat or the game theorist make a proposal for a theory, it's going to have a social impact on how people not only view about that topic, but how people analyze and think about the way those topics are looked at today. This coined idea actually is derived from another real effect that it's recognized by the public media news stations, and that's called the John Oliver effect.
Study is, what is the John Oliver effect, and what impact has it had?
Yeah, so the John Oliver effect hasn't been officially defined. Most people talk about the John Oliver effect actually referring to the FCC effect. So after John Oliver aired his net neutrality episode, he encouraged everybody to go to the FCC website and offer a comment for the FCC, and it crashed the FCC's website because it was so overwhelming.
Comedian political commentator John Oliver, the host of Last Week Tonight on HBO. He has a strong public opinion awareness. The John Oliver effect is a hypothetical construct that has the ability to change public opinion, create awareness, and even potentially change governmental policies based on his analytical ability to deeply cover a story. John Oliver is known for his in-depth and satirical takes on various issues and splices in humor through his research to discuss very complex topics.
It was too late. Oh shit, said Henry. Henry the freight engine became Henry the bomb train. Ah, well, thought Henry. It could be worse. At least my tankers didn't explode. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island... Oh dear, said Thomas.
Sound like anybody you know? Looking at you, MatPat. What happens with this is that it creates public awareness, so people are more aware of these topics. For example, political aspects that might not be right, similar to people finding about an ARG game that they might not have been aware of, like in GameTheory. More online engagement, which is amazing, getting people to go out and vote. Same thing with the YouTube channels, where people are being more productive to volunteer, spend more time, help the world. And consumer action. The show has prompted viewers to take action such as supporting specific causes, boycotting certain products or services, or participating in campaigns related to covered topics. Sound like any theorist channels, you know? Like people diving into more lore about Five Nights at Freddy's or other video game franchises to deeply cover a deeper meaning and story. The John Oliver effect is something recognized by the news. It's recognized by media, and the game theorist effect is very similar. Creating public awareness for games and IPs that might not have as much light as other franchises, creating tons of online engagement for solving various puzzles and ARGs and other mysteries within TV shows, movies. Amazing that a group of people got together and were able to break apart the story for Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, due to Matthew Patrick's ability to build people together and creating action. Game Theory as a whole not only was a channel devoted to having fun with conversational ideas about making content themed around games, but he did what he wanted to do, which was make a community, to make the world a little bit more fun, and to create joy for his hard work and effort. And for that, I applaud him for spending time in college focusing on low budget video content, as I'm doing that right now. And I respect his effort and dedication and his passion for what he does. And that's something that any person that's in the aspect of creating anything, whether it being a video or commentary or dancing or a book or any sort of work at all, respects. So, Matthew, I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate who you are. I appreciate the effort you've done I appreciate you and the creativity you've done over the years to make this world more fun. I sincerely hope you enjoy taking a break from all the stuff you've done. You've definitely earned it. That's why Game Theory matters. Game Theory, the YouTube channel, positively changed and impacted many, many people's lives in a really good way, similar to Markiplier, like Markiplier's Unus Honest, or various YouTube, Twitch streamers, where they have created useful content to make awareness or help people throughout their lives. People have built their personas of who they are based on the visual content that you've created, and you've done nothing but create joy, and that's incredibly respectable. I hope you the best. Thank you for the years of fun content. I appreciate you. And this is why Game Theory matters. I'll see you in the next... This is surprisingly hard to make. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
Thank you for praying.